We'll go ahead and get started, finding a nice, comfortable position in your chair. And we'll just take a few minutes to ground ourselves before we begin today's practice. So if it's comfortable for you, just letting your eyes soften or maybe close. And begin to bring your focus to the breath coming in and out through your nose. Not trying to change anything, just noticing where you are right now. This time of year, we often have a lot going on, so this might be your first chance to take a pause today. So just sit back and enjoy that feeling that you have no place to be except right here, right now. I wanted to share something with you that I've been meditating on a lot myself lately, and it comes from the teachings of Erich Fromm. And he talks about making a conscious shift from judgment to compassion. We often have high expectations of ourselves. We're supposed to feel a certain way or look a certain way, be able to do certain things. And when we don't do those things, maybe we feel pain. There's the impulse to put a label on that, to judge it as positive or negative. And so Fromm talks about, what if instead of putting those labels, those judgments on every aspect of our lives, what if we try to accept ourselves where we are and look on ourselves with compassion? And this can apply to ourselves, how we're feeling, as well as how we respond to others. And so as we engage in this practice today, I invite you to approach it with a sense of compassion for yourself and where you are in this moment. Just letting yourself be, whatever that means. It can change from day to day, hour to hour, even moment to moment. And just resisting the impulse to label what's going on. So now, again, with that in mind, just checking in with your body right now. Just doing a quick scan from your head to your toes. Noticing what you're feeling. Are there any areas of pain, tension, or sensation? And if there are, just looking towards them, looking inwardly with a kind eye. I think I've shared this quote from Albert Einstein before. It's one of my favorites too. He says, "There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle, and the other is as though everything is a miracle." And no matter what's going on in our lives, in the world around us, we're here. Our hearts are beating. We're alive. And that's kind of a miracle. When you're ready, maybe taking a couple deeper breaths. And letting your eyes come open if they've closed. Resetting in the room around you. And as always, we'll begin our physical practice with some gentle movements of the head and the neck. Taking an inhale in the center. As you exhale, looking over the right shoulder, just gently being mindful of your neck. Inhaling back through center. Exhaling, looking to the left. And just moving through that a few more times. Tuning into your own body and your breath. The breath is what links the mind and body in the present moment. Maybe once more each side. Bringing the head back to center, we'll begin shift the gaze up on the inhale. And then drawing the chin towards the chest as you exhale. Again, just checking in with where you're at today. Bringing the head back to center and beginning to roll the head from shoulder to shoulder. Letting your breath guide the movements. And if your neck is happy with it, maybe rolling it all the way around, full circle. And back in the other direction. And releasing the head back to center. Begin to roll out the shoulders backwards. Again, maybe taking it a little slower, even then feels natural, and just really noticing how the movement feels in your body. And back in the other direction now. And releasing wherever you are. And now extending the arms out into a T. We're going to flip the right palm up and the left palm down and bring the head towards the right shoulder. And then we'll switch sides, going back and forth. So rotating the shoulders, the arms, stretching out the neck and side body. After the next one, releasing the head back to center, keeping the arms at a T. Then we'll cross the right arm over the left, giving yourself a nice bear hug. And maybe letting your chin drop and feeling the sensation of the breath, filling your upper back and space between your shoulders. And bringing the head back to center and moving into eagle arms if that's comfortable for you. If it's not comfortable for you, just making kind of a 4 shape with your hand. And now as you inhale, begin to lift the arms up and lifting the gaze up as well if that's comfortable. And as you exhale, bringing it down and maybe bending the head forwards as well. And so just moving back and forth with your own breath. Again, noticing the openness that's being created in the upper back, between the shoulders. And coming back to center, we'll extend the arms back out to the sides and we'll switch arms, so crossing the opposite arm over the top. And breathing here, maybe letting your neck drop, your head drop if that's comfortable. Really seeing if you can focus the breath into your upper back. Creating space. And now on this side, finding your arm option, either with the hand coming to the elbow or coming into your full eagle arms, whatever is more comfortable for you. And then inhale, beginning to lift the arms and the gaze upwards. Exhale, bending forward slightly. Moving with your own breath. Do that once more, up and down. And then coming back to center, releasing the hands down by your sides, maybe giving them a little shake, a little wiggle. And so now, as you inhale, lifting the arms up straight out in front of you. And on your inhale, flexing the hands so that your palms are facing out. Exhale, bending at the wrist. And just moving like that back and forth. On this cooler day, our joints are maybe a little tighter, a little bit creakier. So movements like this can get that synovial fluid moving. And so bringing the palms back up and then making a fist, opening and closing the hands, stretching out the fingers. And bringing the hands back in, clasping them together and just rolling out the wrists. And whatever motion or direction feels good for you. If you're going in a circle, maybe going back in the other direction. And giving the arms just a little shake, the hands a shake. And releasing them back to your lap. So we'll take a couple of seated twists. So bringing the left hand to the right knee, and then the right hand either grabbing onto the chair or coming to your low back. Moving a gentle twist. Again, just listening to your body, telling you how far it wants to go today. And coming back through center, switching sides, opposite hand to opposite knee. And just gently drawing yourself into the twist. Noticing the breath moving through your body. And gently untwisting yourself and coming back to center, sliding a little bit forward in the chair. We'll come into some cat-cow. So taking an inhale here, and as you exhale, hands slide towards the knees, the back rounds, chin comes towards the chest. Inhale, sliding the hands back towards the body, arching the back, opening through the chest. And just moving with your own rhythm of your breath. We'll do that once more. And turning back to a neutral spine, resetting in seated mountain. And we'll take some butterfly movements with the legs, starting to engage the hips. So moving the feet together so the insides of your feet are together. And then just letting the knees drop out wide. And back in and flowing back and forth. That a couple more times. And releasing, walking the feet back out about hip distance apart. And maybe grabbing onto the chair for a little support, extending the right leg, and just flexing and pointing the foot, engaging the hamstring. And then rolling out the ankle in one direction and then the other. And releasing, foot back to the floor. And switching legs, extending the left leg and just pointing and flexing the foot a few times. And rolling the ankle in one direction and then back in the other direction. And release the foot back to the floor. I'll shift your weight. I know you can't see my feet, but we'll shift our weight onto the balls of the feet, lifting the heels up off the floor. And then shift the weight back into the heels, letting the ball of the foot and the toes lift up off the floor, just rocking back and forth on the feet. We want to stretch and engage all our muscles and joints. And releasing from that movement. Spreading your feet a little bit wider than your chair now. And we'll take an inhale. And then as you exhale, coming down onto the elbows into a half forward fold. Again, I like the arm position, having my fingertips touching. It balances the energy between your sides. And from here, now directing the breath into your low back. Feeling your spine and your sacrum elongate, stretch out. And if you'd like to fold all the way forward, you can do that now. Bending at the waist, letting the head hang. We're staying in that half fold, whichever is going to be more comfortable for you. And then slowly walking your hands back up your legs. And coming back into a seated mountain. So readjusting the feet so that they're about hip distance apart. Ankles stacked under the knees. And I like to try a little bit of a different sun salutation today. So bear with me. We'll do it kind of slow first, and then we'll repeat it a couple more times to make sure we get it. So releasing the hands down by your sides. As you inhale, turn the palms out and sweep the arms up above your head, palms meeting. And exhale, bringing your hands down to your heart center. Now as you inhale, flipping the fingers towards your camera, extending the arms out front and then sweeping them out to the side. And then as we exhale, we'll bring them back the way we came into heart center. And we'll inhale, sweeping the arms up by the ears. And exhale, bringing the left hand to the right knee and twisting to the right. We'll inhale the arms back up by the ears. And exhale, twisting to the left this time. We'll inhale the arms back up. And now we'll come into a forward fold on the exhale. So as far as you want to go, it can be halfway or all the way, or less than halfway, if that feels right. And then as you inhale, rising all the way back up to seated, sweeping arms up above the head. And exhale, bringing the hands back to your heart. And then releasing them back down by your side. So we'll flow through this a couple more times and maybe taking it a little bit faster, moving with the breath. Inhale, arms sweep up above the head, meeting above your head. Exhale, bringing them down to your heart. Inhale, flipping the hands, sweeping the arms out to the side. Exhale, palms come back together and back to your heart. Now we'll twist. So inhaling the arms up by the ears. Exhale, twisting right. Inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, twisting to the left. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, reverse swan diving back up. Palms meet above the head. Hands come to heart center. And then release down by your sides. Do that once more. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, palms come forward, arms sweep out. Exhale, coming back to heart center. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale, lifting the arms. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, rising back up to seated. Palms meet above the head. Exhaling through heart center. And arms down by your sides. So we'll just take a couple of resetting breaths after that energizing sun salutation. So breathing in through the nose and sighing out through the mouth on the exhale. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale through the nose and sighing out through the mouth. The last time in through the nose and sigh through the mouth. So move now into a little warrior 2 flow. So taking the right knee and turning it out to the side. So your right toes are pointing towards the side. And again, if the legs are not comfortable, you can always just do the arm flow. You can keep the left leg here in the front, or you can begin to extend it back behind you, finding a warrior 2 position. And so the toes of your back foot are slightly turned in. And putting the hands on your hips, I think that's a good way to kind of square the hips towards the front. And then we'll extend the right arm in front and the left arm behind. And we'll do a little flow with the arms. So as you inhale, imagine that you're gathering in a ball of energy and pulling the hands together. Then exhale, extending back out to warrior 2 arms. So inhaling, gathering all of your energy together. Exhale, extending the arms. Moving through that a few more times. Maybe even picturing a color for your ball of energy. You're gathering in and then sending out into the world. We'll do that just a couple more times. And the next time you extend your arms, just holding here for a couple of breaths. A very powerful posture, this warrior two, opening through the inner thighs and the hip flexors, grounding down through the feet. And now flipping the palm of your front hand, bring your back hand to your back leg and begin to slightly arch your back, bringing the right hand above your head, reversing our warrior. And taking a couple breaths here, chest is open to the sky. And releasing back through warrior two. And then releasing the arms and releasing the legs, coming back to center. And we'll take just a few rounds of some hip circles. So hands on the thighs and just rocking the weight back and forth between your hips. Loosening everything back up. And then back in the other direction. Also moving through the torso, engaging the spine. And we'll switch sides. So this time, the left foot turns out, and the right foot can stay here or extend behind you, finding that warrior two. Again, maybe putting the hands on your hips to square the hips towards your camera, towards the front. And then extending the arms out in our warrior two position. And we'll do that same little flow with our arms here. So inhale, gathering in your ball of energy. And exhale, extending the arms back out. And moving with your own breath. Maybe following your front hand with your gaze. A way to be even more present in the posture. And then the next time the arms are extended, we'll hold. Taking a couple breaths, settling into the posture. Noticing any sensations that might be present for you. Sending some kindness and compassion towards them. Flipping the front palm up. Back arm, back hand comes to back leg. And we'll just arch the back lightly. As always, listening to your own body. And just enjoying the feeling of your heart being open to the world. And coming back through warrior two, arms. And releasing the arms down. Releasing the legs. We'll take, let's say, 3 rounds of cat and cow before we move on. So inhaling here. Exhale, rounding the spine. Palms slide forward. Inhale, hands come towards the body. Chest opens. And 2 more times. When you're ready, releasing back to center, resetting in your seated mountain. I have another little leg flow for you. So something a little different. We'll see how it goes. So we'll take an inhale here in the center. And as you exhale, extend the right leg out in front of you. And as you inhale, draw the knee in towards your body. It may not come very far. You can use your hands to help it. And exhale, extend the leg back out. Just move through that a few times on your own breath. We're also engaging our core when we do this motion. And so the next time you extend the leg, releasing the foot down to the floor. Take a couple windshield wipers with the legs. Now we'll extend the right leg again. And turning the toes out towards the side, just gently start to swing the leg out to the side. And turn the toes back inwards. Swing it back towards the center. We'll take that movement a few times on your own. Be experimenting with how high your leg is lifted for more or less intensity. We'll do that once more. And release the leg back to the mat. Maybe again, a little shake or windshield wipers. And so now we'll turn to the left. The left foot is bent in front of you. And the right foot is kind of on the ball of your foot with the knee bent beside you. And you can, if you want, grab onto the back of your chair with that left hand. And now you can stay here, or we can do a modified dancer pose. So grabbing the outside of the right foot with the right hand, and drawing the foot up towards your hips. Stretching through the quads, the front of the thigh. And maybe lifting that left arm up off the chair if your balance feels up to it today. And maybe even slightly arching the back, opening the chest towards the sky. And releasing the hands back to the back of the chair and releasing the foot and coming back to center, seated mountain. And so we'll repeat that now on the left. So inhaling and then exhaling to extend the leg. Inhale, drawing the knee towards the body. Exhale, extending the leg back and forth. Once more. Extending the leg and then bringing the foot back to the floor and giving your legs a shake. And now we'll extend the leg again and we'll do that in and out motion. So turning the toes out and letting the leg swing out to the side. Turning the toes in, drawing it back to center. And just moving with your own breath. Maybe noticing a difference between the sides. As always, that's nothing to judge, just something that is. And releasing the left foot back to the mat. Maybe giving the legs a little shake. And then we'll come into our dancer on this side. So this time turning to the right of your chair. Bending the right leg in front of you and bending the left leg behind, coming onto kind of the ball of your foot. Grabbing onto the chair with the right hand, a little more stability. And then resting here or finding your options. Maybe grabbing that left foot for a dancer pose. And if you feel balanced, you can lift the right arm up. Maybe slightly arching the back and opening the chest. Noticing how this side feels different from the first side. And when you're ready, releasing the hand back to the chair. Gently releasing your foot back to the floor. And making your way back to center. Maybe taking a couple of hip circles just to keep everything nice and loose. And when you're ready, releasing back to center. So bringing the hands down to grab the sides of the chair. We'll lift the right arm up and we'll do some flowing side bends. So inhaling here and exhale, bending over to the side. Inhale back up. And we'll just flow back and forth, moving with the breath. And the next time you bend, we'll just hold in that position for a couple of breaths. Feeling that stretch along the side of your body. Breathing into any areas of tension or sensation. Inhaling back up to center, releasing the right arm. Maybe noticing a little tingling in the hand and the arm that comes down. And switching sides now, so lifting the left arm, taking an inhale, and as you exhale, bending to the side. And just flowing back and forth. And the next time you bend, we'll hold, feeling that stretch on the left side of your body. Feeling the breath move through your body. Inhaling back up to center and releasing the left arm. And we'll do just a couple of seated twists before our final relaxation. So we'll cross the right foot over the left, and then bring the left hand to the right knee, and just gently twist to the right. Breathing here. I say it all the time, but I think twists are just the perfect way to bring your body out at the end of a yoga practice. A good way to calm down after some of the more energizing poses that we've done. And coming back to center, uncrossing the legs and switching sides, and crossing the left over the right, and then twisting to the opposite side. And letting the breath massage your internal organs, massage your spine. Gently untwisting, coming back to center. Uncrossing the legs. And taking any last movements that you might want to before we move into stillness and our seated Shavasana. Finding a comfortable seat that you'll be comfortable in for the next 5 minutes or so. Be leaning back in the chair. If you'd like to stretch out on the floor or the sofa, that's fine too. Letting the eyes come closed. Bringing the focus inwards. The breath coming in and out through your nose. Noticing the natural inhale and exhale of your breathing. I'll guide you through just a short body scan. As always, if this doesn't land with you, no worries. Just let the words wash over you and focus on your breath. We'll begin by bringing your awareness to your feet. Noticing where they're connected to the ground. Making us feel settled and grounded into the earth. If you're wearing shoes or socks, notice how they feel on your feet. It's really directing all of your awareness into your feet. Moving up the body, bringing your awareness to your lower legs. The calves, the shins. Noticing any sensations present here. And now moving up through the knees into the thighs, hamstrings. Into the buttocks and the hips. Feeling where you make contact with the chair. Feeling the support of gravity. Relaxing your body towards the earth. Moving up through the torso, your abdominals, internal organs, your spine. Beginning to notice how the breath moves into the belly, the back. Now directing your attention to your chest, the space around your heart. Checking in with your emotions, what you're feeling. Maybe it's different than when you first sat down today. Up into the shoulders, bringing your attention down your arms, elbows, wrists, hands, fingers. Bring your attention back up the arms, through the shoulders into the neck. A place where we often carry a lot of tension. Bringing your attention into your jaw, cheekbones, the muscles of your face. And noticing if there's any tension. Seeing if you can relax. And finally, bringing your attention to the crown of your head. Noticing what thoughts are present for you. Bringing your attention to your body as a whole. Maybe picking one area where you may have some pain or sensation. And sending love to that area through your breath. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Be starting to begin some small movements, your fingers and toes, any movements that feel good. And gently coming back to an upright seated position. And bringing your hands to rest in front of your heart, palms together. And just taking one last moment here to send kindness and compassion to yourself. Thanking your body, and no matter what situation you're in, we can all be thankful to our bodies for carrying us through to this moment. May you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be at ease. Namaste.